tapping on transcript is not highlighting the correct tab portion, but it is reading correctly. It is not scrolling to the correct portion. Okay. All these two are definitely not blockers to any releases. Hold on, call to action row, some black shadow is coming. Is it for Android or for iOS?
I have only Android with me, so I checked in Android alone.
Okay, because I couldn't see anything like that on iOS. Let me just see. Okay, let me reinstall it so that I'm sure I have the latest version. No, it is happening on iOS and on Android.
I have just fixed it though. So.
Okay, but this is a minor thing. How about the critical bug that I submitted? This is something. So is anyone working on the one that I submitted? Because this is a blocker to release for sure. We can't release the app with such a critical bug.
I think in Android this is not happening, David. So only in iOS it's happening. So
I don't know. I don't have an Android build, but well, still, iOS is 50% of our users.
So give me 10 minutes, David. I will check in a bit in the Android also. So it will be easy to the developers to fix it.
Yeah. So this is what we should start with, not the things that you're fixing right now. It's good that you're fixing them, but well, when I submitted this, when I sent you this information, well, I thought that we would take this one as a priority, not these minor things. But anyway. Okay, so let me drag them to the top. So are we expecting any more bugs? Is regression finally done, or what's the status right now?
Apart from these bugs, it is okay. We have that one reporter to Ram only. That's it. I have set him the steps already produced, and he also got the points. So totally 1, 2, 3, and plus doubt 4 bugs are there, David.
4 bugs. I can see these 3. What are the other bugs?
So that I have raised on doubt. No, that is you said it should be reshowed the cloud icon. So that also had been a bug. So that also I accounted for, and which is not included your critical bug.
Okay, but I responded that yes, it should be fixed. This is far more important than these 3.
Totally, we have 5 bugs.
Can you create the other 2 bugs as well in backlog?
Exactly. That would be
all the 3 I have logged, Kalpana. And then one more bug is left. That is a RAM doubt issue. Then I have been raising it, and you will be receiving another 2 minutes.
Okay, and David's bug as well, right?
Yeah. So totally 2 bugs. I need to raise it.
Okay, so let's have a 5-minute break. Valipan, please report them so that we have a clear picture in the backlog.
Okay. I will check that as up.
Okay.
But can you add these, because I want this the session to start right as soon as we have all the bugs. So please submit these 2 outstanding bugs, 1 doubt and 1 critical submitted by me, and let's start over the planning only then. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So see you in 5 minutes, guys. I'm not disconnecting, but I'm going to disable my camera and my mic until Valipan lets me know that they are submitted. Okay.
Yeah. Fine.
Ram? Were you able to check the update scenario in Android? What David had mentioned?
Yeah, I'll try to check. No, I'm in the mid to fix that icon issue.
Okay.
Meanwhile, if anyone have the device, can check it. Because
Actually,
my network is bit slow.
yeah,
Trying
okay.
to check, yeah.
Actually, I checked in simulator, but in simulator, I'm able to download after tap submitted. So I'm not able to check what is the
Okay.
issue. If anyone has device, Maha maybe, or Gautam, or anyone who has device,
First, Elil, I checked from my end the scan validating issue. I'm not getting it. I'm getting clear message as you're offline.
okay.
Maha, no. Yel is talking about the update.
Maha, app update issue, Maha.
Sorry, Elil, I can't tell you.
App update.
Maha, Yel is talking about app update issue. Video.
Reduce our bandwidth.
Okay, Maha, wait, I'll call you on the phone.
Guys, is everyone online?
Yes.
I thought there's some issue with my connection. Okay, fine.
Waiting for Valliyappan to update. Sindhu is done updating. Waiting
Okay.
for.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I also done. Number is 1205 and
Valliyappan, it would be better if you can post all the bug numbers here.
in cat group and then hangout.
Hangouts, yeah, that would be better.
Yeah, I done.
Okay. I've asked David to join now. Hi David, thanks for waiting.
Hello.
So bugs has been created 1206 to 1207, I guess. Is that right, Valliyappan? Valliyappan?
He's on mute, Kalpana.
Yeah.
Actually, it is not to 1206. I have raised one more bug that David's critical bug, that is 1207.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So I think that now, plenty of things. Okay. Regression testing for release 1.01. What is that? 12.4. Regression testing for release 1.0.1. What is that? There's a new ticket reported by Kalpana.
Which one, David? Regression testing?
Yep.
Okay.
But what is it?
Once these bugs are done, we should be testing the whole build, right, David? So that's the task for the QAs.
Okay, right. Okay, understood. Okay, so when we fix some of the bugs, that will decide which ones are critical for 1.01. We're going to do the regression again, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The problem. Okay, so all right. So let's try it. The problem is that next week I'm unavailable, right? I'm on leave next week. So unless we submit the release by Friday, we will either be blocked for next week, or you will need to submit the alpha release. So that's the issue. Another issue is that I'm on leave next week. Well, if the app goes live next week, I will not be able to help you in any way if something goes wrong, right? So. But let's discuss it separately. Okay, so I'm creating a sprint. I'm going to share my screen now.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So first of all, we need to deal with the critical bug, right? So who's going to take it?
Maha, can you work on this?
I'll work on it.
Okay. It's from Mahadavid.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. Can you estimate it?
David, I think I will put the estimates later when we work on it.
Okay. All right.
But
Well,
we
due to the yes.
before starting the sprint, we should have the estimates ready.
But Kalpana, we still don't know what causes this issue. Only when we debug it, we'll come to know of it. So that's why I said like that.
Okay, in that case, maybe you can take that as a spike, but finish it on high priority.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Is that okay, David?
Yeah, but this is a blocker, right, to release actually. So we're going to change it to the blocker. Right? We can take it as a spike, but it's a blocker.
Okay.
All right. We are not going to cover smooth animation then, because we have more serious things to cover then. Download progress indicator, same story. We need to continue the spike for sure in the next sprint, if you don't mind. Okay?
Yes, sure. David.
Okay. We're going to have regression testing for sure. Okay, this one needs to be fixed version 1.0.1. Okay. English set by default in create an account screen. Can we close it? I checked it yesterday and it worked fine on iOS. I don't know about Android.
This one is fixed, right, LL?
It's fixed and working fine.
Yes, Gautam, but I think Valliyappan can confirm and close it.
Okay. Yeah, we
Same
will wait for us.
bug number, please.
1191 will happen.
Just a minute. Yeah, yesterday it was working fine. No problem, we can close it.
Can I close it then?
Yeah, sure, David.
Okay, and then we have let's follow priority. So gather analytics. So the thing is that Pavo yesterday prepared one example event. Yeah. So this is a collection of events that we would like to gather, right? And Pavo created a tab called Events Implementation, in which he suggested what things would need to be gathered, if possible, for this particular event. So let's say that we have information needed, how many times users unlock particular products to see which products are most popular, right? This is my business question. He assigned an info number, and then he started creating an event. So he created an event, code activated. The description is that product activated, access code redeemed, action successfully accomplished. And there is a comment. This event should be triggered only if activation is successful. You cannot get info activated product title, product ID, and we will try to match these utilizing access code and PEP Mongo database, right? Because when we unlock a product, that's what I told him, we do not know, for example, when you type in access code, it goes to PEP and we don't know which product is unlocked by this access code. Is that correct?
Yes, I guess David.
Yeah. That's why I told him that we cannot fetch this data, and he needs to fetch this data from an external source. As you can see, he's asking a question to Camille about that. He also added that this info needed number, so this one answers, this event is going to resolve numbers 1, 4, and 5. Number 1, number 4, and number 5. That's what he is. That's what he means here.
Okay.
Then we have Jira ticket link, because as you might have seen, maybe not, in the description, I added that is requesting the team to create subtasks for every event that is being implemented for easier monitoring. And when you create a ticket, a sub-ticket, then you can add a link here. And then Pablo created such a form in which he is telling you what he would like to gather. And then you're supposed to respond which things are available to you and which are not. If something is available, you mark it green. If something is unavailable, you mark it yellow. Okay? So let's go through these. Event triggered. So when this event should be triggered. When pop-up levels unlocked start practicing is displayed, I would say that when we receive information from PEP that something has been unlocked or something, if we do receive such an information, such a piece of information, okay? Then there are event labels that we're going to add. As you can see here, per type of grouping to be decided. This one might change. Timestamp, timestamp local, country, city, device category, mobile device branding, mobile device info, for example, what model it is. You can see that there are some examples. Mobile device model, I don't know what he meant here, but probably some of this information. Operating system, whether it's Android or iOS. Operating system version. Network connection, is it offline, a cellular, a Wi-Fi? And app ID, app name, app environment. This is to be spoken. We need to speak to Pablo about what he meant here. A user logged in, yes or no. And person ID, if this user is this user is logged in, we need to provide his user ID if we have access to it. Screen title, because he would like to give names to different screens. I discussed with him that we have a series view, we have product view, we have a unit view, we have a listen view. He wants to create a list of titles for every screen so that we know where we are. Screen ID, this is probably what he meant by something that he fetches automatically from Firebase, what he could see from your implementation. Product ID, he already marked this with orange, let's say, because he knows, I told him that he wouldn't know that from you for sure. So that's why he is marking it yellow and orange, and he'll try to find it from another source. And there are some event-specific dimensions. For example, SSO Rumba product ID and SSO Rumba product title that he cannot fetch from you because they are related to this. But he would like to get the access code that the user is redeeming, code muse mode, manual versus QR code. So is the user typing in the access code or scanning a QR code? And where did the user come from? Code redeeming location. Is it in the scan tab or is it in the courses view by tapping the call to action row? So this is one example event.
David, just a question. So, do we need all these parameters for all the events? I mean, like this is an example for code activated event. Till the mobile version OS, that thing is fine. I mean, do we need all these parameters for all the events? That's my question, David.
I don't know. I don't know, because when he creates another event, he'll tell us what things he was going to need. Okay. I would say that these things are going to happen for all, right? I believe that the first group is probably going to be required for all of them, right? Because this is basic information. Yeah. For the others, it remains to be seen when he creates another event.
Okay.
Now is aside, as I told you, okay, we can. Let's say we cannot have this mobile device branding for some reason. Let's say that's an example. So what you do is you not color, but you mark it orange. Or if you know that you can fetch it, you mark it green or whatever. Okay.
Okay, David. As you know, we had a discussion with Surya from the GSC team, and we have split this analytics story into 4 or 5 tasks, David. I'll just share you, and then we can plan with this estimate. Is that okay?
I don't know, because I don't know what I don't know what you mean. Well, what is going to be the result of this ticket that we are planning to include in this sprint?
I'll just share you in this same chat, David. This is the 4 things we have split this analytics task into. So, have you got it, David?
GTM integration includes tracking basic screen view, environment-based analytics, offline analytics, download timing calculation for analytics. I'm not interested in download timing calculation for analytics right now.
Okay, but then based on the sheet which Paul shared, I mean, we have just classified into these 4 things. But then just by looking at this sample event, I guess we have more things in the first step itself, in the GTM integration itself, because there are so many parameters, and that's what I'm thinking about, David.
Okay.
It's getting complicated than we expected. I just wanted to tell you.
Okay, all right. So what I would expect from you is to at least deliver 1 event.
Okay.
After this sprint. So if you manage to integrate this 1 event at least, right? That's going to be great, because then for the other events we're going to reuse lots of things, right?
Okay.
Because we're going to reuse lots of the functionality that you're going to deliver.
Okay, we'll do one thing, David. You can prioritize the top 5 or top 4 events, and first we'll do those 5 events alone for this. Maybe that will, I mean, if that is the top priority ones, then we'll be able to reuse the same parameters again in the same, in other events also. So that would be a better solution, I guess. Team, is everyone okay with this idea?
Pavel is going to cover event by event according to the priorities, right?
Okay.
That I so next event that he's going to work on is audio opening. So
Okay.
This is answering info number 2. How often users open audio and video assets? Once he is done with this one is not used. Then 4 and 5 are going to be skipped because they are already answered in number 1.
Yes, David.
So then we're going to use how often users use assets when they are offline, when they are on Wi-Fi, when they are on cellular, and so on, right? So he is going to keep adding. He is going to keep adding events here, right? So they are going to follow the priorities.
Okay, fine. Then is it okay if we take the first 5 of these events, David, in this sprint?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, because this first step is the GTM integration, and then later we thought we'll take the environment-based analytics, because that's also equally important one, or else we'll be having wrong events in the in the wrong container. So that's what Surya also suggested. So we try to go with the same.
I don't mind that we don't need to cover all these events in this next sprint. I never wanted you to do that because I know that there are plenty of these.
Okay.
Let's go 1 by 1. When Pavel keeps adding them, let's add 1 by 1. Let's first try to add this one, test it, and then we'll continue with the rest. Okay?
Okay, David. Okay.
All right. And Pavel is requesting us to have a call with him today, if possible, to discuss it. So the person who's going to work on that is, well, I would like to ask somebody, I don't know if it's going to be you, Gautam, or somebody else to have a call with Pavel to discuss these.
So we can join along with the team, right, David? Or you want a single person to join the call?
I don't know. It's up to you.
Okay.
Maybe you and Maha can join if that is okay.
Yeah, we two will join.
Okay.
Maha, okay?
Yes, fine, Fatma.
Okay.
But Maha is supposed to be working on the blocker, right?
Okay, then me and Venil will join. Venil?
Yeah, sure, Gautam. I think we can have the call tomorrow. Better, it would be better. So we'll work on the bugs today, and
Okay.
tomorrow we can have the call with Pavel.
Okay, fine then. Is that okay, David?
Yes, but I don't think there are going to be plenty of bugs before the race, to be honest. But because, okay, all right. So let's have the call either today or tomorrow. Let's discuss it after we do the planning. So the question now is, can we estimate this one?
So David, we are just tracking 5 events along with the GTM integration, right?
Yep.
Okay. Can I have 5 points for that, David? Is everyone okay?
Please remember that, but by tracking events, we are tracking
All these parameters also.
somebody removed everything.
Oops. Maybe Paul is editing. He's also online in the sheets.
Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, so I'm waiting for Pavel to respond. Okay, anyway, 5 points. Okay, that's fair, I believe. But please remember to follow, not to look at this one, information needed, but events implementation, as Pavel is, okay. Another person is moving it to a separate tab. So it is, okay. Okay. Yeah, it's here. Right, so custom events. Okay. Right. So 5 points for Gautam.
Yes, David.
Okay.
David, just a quick suggestion. We are having the call tomorrow, and okay, David, 5 points is okay.
Okay. Audio files and activities do not play. Three points. This is critical. Hello?
You can assign it to me, David.
Okay. Okay. Navigator, startup, navigator. Well, I would say that this one is more important in my opinion. audio progress not shown properly in notification section. But as far as I remember, as you told me that it was you would need to experiment with this because this might be a plugin issue, right?
Yeah, because it happens the first time we pause on the notification or like that. So next time again when you play and pause it, it will be in the correct position. So I'll check on it.
Okay, so it's assigned to you. Can we drag it up the sprint?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's let me see the ones that were submitted by Valipan. Cloud Icon is now coming after the product is updated through the update. Mostly I've downloaded the sample unit. Any other lessons? Update the activity. Kill the app. Okay. Okay, right. This is serious then. This is serious, and app crash. This is serious too. This one is already in the making. No indication. Okay, this one can wait for later. Typing and transcript is not highlighting the correct tabbed portion, but it is reading correctly. Okay, this one is also important. Okay, so let's take these. Cloud icon is now coming after the product is updated through the update, blah, blah, blah.
David, can you refresh once? There is one more, 1208.
Okay. Okay. Is it Azul's child playing? Pardon?
Hello doesn't have a child, David.
Okay. All right. So okay. So let's work on these then. Stage unit download not working for Goldex PB2.
Kalpana, is this the one you reported? I mean,
Yes, Gautam, and Valipan said it also occurs in Android. Valipan, are you still there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. Did you get that in Android as well?
Yeah, it is not downloading. It is stucking on the same some 5 to 10%. So after that, it is not updating.
Okay.
That's weird that it is not working only for the Gold Experience B2. Let me see production. Because Gold Experience B2 is already on production. It is working fine there in production. But anyway, we need to investigate it. Okay, so can we estimate it? Who's going to do that?
David, I think there are some faulty packages in that, and that may be the reason. So, Maha,
it should be handled, right?
Yes, yeah. Maha?
Yes, I'll check on it.
Okay, okay. Thanks, Maha.
Okay, could you estimate it?
points, sir.
Thank you. All right, cloud icon is not coming after the product is updated. Yeah, this is the one. Can we assign it to someone and estimate it?
Yeah, David, I'll take it.
I'll take it, which means Azul? No,
Ram.
Ramkumar. Yeah.
3 points, sir.
Okay, thank you. Sorry. Okay. Android app crash when trying to increase speed plus icon after pausing and muting the audio content.
David, I checked it from my end. It was working fine, but then in Sindhu's device alone, it's getting crashed, and we are not sure why. I even sent a screen recording of this one and I guess the Pearson logo one. So we were not able to reproduce it exactly.
Okay, so all right. First of all, guest question clicks on plus in speed bar after muting and pausing the audio. So the user needs to mute and pause the audio and then tap plus, right?
I tried all possible scenarios, David, but I couldn't reproduce this issue, and it happens only on Android.
Okay, so is it that you need to take these 3 steps for the crash to happen?
Yes, David. It is happening consistently in my mobile. I don't have iOS with me, so I could not able to check an iPhone.
Actually, we checked it in iOS, and it didn't occur. And
but it happens consistently in Android mobile. I have shared the video in Hangouts also. You can check it.
Okay, let me try it. Let me try it on my iOS.
Okay.
Sindhu, what device you were used for testing?
Moto G3.
Okay.
Android.
No, it is not happening for me on iOS, on iPhone 10. I don't have a build for Android, the latest build for Android, so I cannot test it on my Android. But okay, let's say that it's, well, if these 3 steps need to be taken, it's not going to be very, very often. Okay. Hold on, call to action row, some black shadow is coming. This one is already being covered, right?
Edel?
Yes, David, I have fixed it. This is done actually.
So I will include it in the sprint, right? So that we can track it. Okay. Could you estimate it then?
1 point, David.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. All right. Tapping on transcript is not highlighting the correct tapped portion, but it is reading correctly. Okay, my question is it related only to the last sentence? Is it working fine for all the other sentences? What happened?
Actually, for that activity only, it is not working perfectly. So I have checked it with the longer SRT. It was working fine in longer SRT. So only I mentioned SRT around in the transcript.
Let me see that. setup level 2. Okay, audio.
Good evening, everyone. And just we spoke to Levin's daughter. This is so wrong. And just good evening, everyone. And just good evening, everyone. We spoke to Levin's daughter.
I cannot reproduce it, to be honest.
No, I think you have the long size mobile. I have S7 with me, and the last sentence will be on the last of the mobile. So we need to scroll that into that. So then only we can touch it.
But I can see the last part.
We spoke to Levin's daughter.
Wait, I can show you.
Okay, please do.
Unit 27. To Levin's daughter, Amanda.
Okay, let me see.
Just a minute, though.
Yeah, I can see you. I can see. I could see you.
Yeah. That's one. See, I'm tapping on the SRT here. So SRT came. I'm tapping on the transcript icon here. I'm playing it.
Unit 27.
So I'm scrolling it and tapping on the last screen.
Daughter, Amanda. This is so wrong. My
Okay.
father was crazy when he wrote that letter. His money belonged.
This was this.
Okay, thank you. All right, I understand it now. Okay, due to the fact that transcripts are relatively sensitive due to certain stakeholders, I would cover it in the next sprint. In this sprint.
There is no problem with the longer SRT. Only the problem is with this SRT alone audio.
Only with this one.
Yeah. I have checked with the longer SRT also. It is working perfectly.
And XML?
Yeah, that also.
So XML was working fine, yeah?
I don't know what actually happened to this alone.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's pick something else. Remove download content link. Disable when user download. Cancel different courses.
Valipan, this was reported last in last week, right? Is this one?
No. That is for video. Video only. If I tap on the particular portion, means it will not read the particular line which I tap.
No, not that Valipan. This one, 1164.
1164. Just a minute.
Yeah. This is the one you reported last week, I guess. I think it is fixed.
No. 1164 is somewhere that to remove download content link.
Okay, it's reported by Bala. Okay.
Yeah.
Sort of okay.
And then one more thing for this concept alone, this I will show that also. Just a minute.
Okay.
Just be on the line. I will show that also. So this I need to include the portion. I need to do that. Wait.
And now to perform in the city. My goals are to engage people with my music.
Just a minute. The app stuck it.
She also has her own music publishing company.
So here I have a drag on this. Kindly check this. This is video transcript. I'm tapping an SRT and I'm playing the video. So it is playing. When I drag this position to somewhere else and here, and I tap on the transcript, it is taking some time to reach the correct tapped position.
Ali learns a lot about the music business from people who
Yeah,
work.
but this is not related to 1164 at all, right?
No. What I'm trying to say is this also related to transcript I'm saying.
Okay, all right, okay, thank you. So
For
you
audio
mean this
or
one,
video?
1204, 03 is this one, right? That's
Yeah.
what you mean.
Mm.
Okay, all right. Okay, but let's focus on PMOB 1164. Remove downloaded content. Right.
So let me just check if it's fixed or not.
So Ezel, right? Hello?
Yes,
Yeah.
David. I'm checking it, David.
I think it is fixed.
Okay. Yeah, just a second. I'll just check it and we
Okay.
can continue.
Okay.
No, from the morning I'm not able, from the morning I didn't get through this scenario.
Okay.
So can we close that Valliyappan in that case?
Actually, Elil is checking. He will give the permission. Then I will.
Yeah, I think we can close it. It's not. I'm not able to reproduce it. It's working fine. Valliyappan, you can also check once and.
Yeah. I'm checking the receptor reproduce. Just a minute.
Okay.
I'm checking it too.
Okay, David.
I think Elil, this has been fixed by you on the last sprint. Where I checked. No, you have said that one part in the cancel download
Yeah.
of unit.
Yes.
So it is not reproducing. Yeah, you can close it.
Okay. Thanks, Valliyappan.
Yeah, David, you can close this David as well. 1164.
Yep, I'm just checking it.
Yeah, okay.
Ah. Yeah. We're gonna close this one. Okay. All right, so let's see. So we have two things for Maha. One is the blocker, another one is unit donor not working for Goldex PB2. We have 3 for Ezel, 2 for Ramkumar, including the spike, which is not the easiest thing to do. We have one big thing for Gautam. And anything else?
David, one more thing. PMO 1190 is fixed already. Maybe Valliyappan can just confirm it. 1190 back button issue in
Third one
Android.
in the backlog, David.
119?
9190.
Third one
This
in the
one,
back.
right?
Yeah, I fixed it already in the last week itself. I mean, the regression as a part of regression bugs, but I guess we didn't check it in the backlog.
Okay. The question is, can we take anything more in this sprint now? There's nothing for Shake, I believe.
David, are we planning the release this week? Because you said you'll not be available next week, and so what's the plan?
You're asking me?
Yeah, is David?
Okay, so this is a question. Well, because if let me tell you which ones need to be, which ones are blockers. So this one is a blocker that we cannot release the app with this one. We can release the app with other ones, right? So this is what I would say. So Maha needs to complete her ticket, then we can start regression testing. But if we decide not to release the app after this one, well, I would go for this one. But let me see. If let's say optimistically that Maha fixes the bug today, right? And tomorrow we start regression because we need to have the whole regression, right?
Yes, David. But Maha, will you be able to complete it today?
I don't know.
Kalpana, I'll check on it. Kalpana, I'm waiting on it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, I'm not saying that she should, but as I said, let's assume this optimistic scenario. Okay, so tomorrow we start regression. Tomorrow we start regression. So Friday is the time when I submit CAB. Okay, and it could proceed. Somebody would need to take care of the release next week, because there are two things that need to be done. First of all, if you deliver the build to me on Friday, I will submit a CAB, and then when the CAB is approved, somebody will need to submit it to the team, to the release team, for submission to the App Store and Google Play, and then release it. So my question is there anyone in the team who would take this responsibility? It's easy. It's very easy. The thing is that once we release the app, we need to just check it as I do my checking when I get the new build. I just do some sanity checking, check if access codes work fine, and then I forget about it. Would you be able to take this responsibility from me?
Yes, David.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So in this case, this one is a blocker. This one is already fixed as declared, so we can include it in regression testing as well, right?
Yes.
This one is not very critical right now because it is not happening in staging. Audio files in activities do not play. This is a critical one, but this is a question for Ezo. Ezo, do you believe that you can start working on that and maybe fix it today so that we can include it in tomorrow regression, or we can try? How about this one?
Yes, David, I can try on it.
Okay. If you manage to fix it by regression, we go for it and we release it in this 1.0.1. If you do not, then we'll release it in the next sprint, in the next release. Okay?
Yeah, okay, David.
Okay, so I'm marking 1.0.1, but we'll see if we are successful with it. If not, I'm gonna change this one.
Okay.
Okay, and the rest can wait for the next release. Maybe this one, cloud icon. Yeah, this one will also need to be done. Sorry, Ramkumar. Because this one is confusing. We have the pop-up, we tap OK, content gets deleted, but we cannot re-download it unless we go to the series view, right? Yeah. Am I understanding correctly that you see the pop-up offering you to remove downloaded content? I tap OK, the content is removed, but the clouds do not reappear. Is that what it says?
Yes, David.
Okay, right. So this needs to also needs to be fixed by 1.0.1.
Okay.
Okay. The rest certainly can go later. So can we can we include anything else in the sprint or not?
I think we are good for now, David. So first we'll focus on this release as you have prioritized and keep working towards it. So
Okay.
if we have any time, then we can pick up some other task.
Okay, I was thinking about the 2 spikes. So if there is some if you have some spare time, we can pick one of the spikes in order not to break anything. Okay?
Yeah, sure, David. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So can I start the sprint?
Yeah.
Okay. Just let me add this. Start sprint. Okay, so starting today, finishing 21st. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
And David, as far as with the power call, are we having today or tomorrow?
How do you, well, it's up to you.
We can have it tomorrow itself.
Yeah, we can
because,
Tomorrow.
Okay, so tomorrow is going to be very hectic for me.
We do it from office. I mean, we put it together. That would be better.
All right, so let me try. Let's schedule it for tomorrow. And that's all right.
Yes, sir.
And we also need Pavel. Perfect. Okay.
David, can you please include me as well?
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we are done with the planning. Please keep me updated about 1207, 1201, 1198, and 1205. Okay. This one being optional before the release if Ezel manages to fix that. So please follow these priorities. Okay?
Okay, David. Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much. Let's stay in touch, guys.
Sure, David.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, everyone.